fire. That's how we're going to start it, baby. That's how we're going to start it.
All right, thumbs up. Shades on inside because my future's too bright. That's the motto. That's what we're saying today. It is a beautiful Sunday.
That's right.
We are here. It is the dead of winter. As you see, I am not in any winter attire, though.
You're not.
Not in any winter attire. We
not.
experienced a bitter week of cold this week. Wednesday was about negative, let's just say -7 degrees. And it was horrific. And I was like, damn, this is bad. But I was like, you know what? Let me dress up. And, I'm in Hawaii. I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's nice and warm. That's how I feel inside and out. You know what I mean? But you, my friend, just came back from an actual warm, fantastic, beautiful spot.
Yes.
You've gotten some color, some extreme color here.
Yes.
So as we were over here freezing in the cold, you were where? Where were you?
I was over in Boca Raton, Puerto Rico, celebrating an amazing getaway with the family. I think we were away for 7 days. And it was fun. It was very hot. I think we seen a high of 88 degrees. The
Beautiful.
lowest, I think we saw was about 82. Had a great time. I'm so dark. I'm purple. I not only went tanning for a couple of hours, but I went jet skiing 2 days in a row.
Nice.
So as you know, being in the water and on the water, the sun is attracted to the water. So that's why I'm so dark.
It's reflecting and everything like that.
Exactly.
What was your favorite experience? Was that your first time out there?
So that was my first time out there. And it was different. My first time in Puerto Rico, but I've been to Dominican Republic several times. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, so it felt good to finally get out to my other side.
Yeah.
But as far as my favorite experience out there, it would honestly be jet skiing, man. Besides being with the family, jet skiing. I love jet skiing, man. There's nothing like jet skiing. It's literally freedom. I understand why people like riding motorcycles because they're just riding. Same thing with jet skiing. It's just you and the jet ski and the water, and you're just going.
Much safer too at that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. A lot safer.
First time on a jet ski?
You know what? It wasn't. This is probably my 5th time on a jet ski.
Legendary.
I've jet skied in Miami, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, and now Puerto Rico. So it's one of those things where I can go out anywhere, and if I don't do nothing but jet ski, I'm set. Just give me a jet ski, let me do it for 30 minutes an hour, and I'm set. I can go home the next day.
Are there sports in jet skiing? Like, is there jet ski racing,
That's a
jet
good
ski
question.
tricks?
I think there might be.
How wicked would it be if you learned how to do a backflip on that?
Oh my God. You know what? I've thought about that one day. I really have thought about that one day, but I have to find that right jet ski. These things that we get on nowadays, I think there's a difference. There's a jet ski and there's a Sea-Doo. A lot of times we ride Sea-Doos, which are pretty much like safer jet skis. A jet ski is an actual bike. The Sea-Doos, which is what we ride, are more so safer jet skis, which are really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So
to try to flip that.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So I had a chance to ride 2 jet skis. The one jet ski I rode was no governor. So that means I can go as fast as possible, as fast as it lets me. The second one, I was only allowed to go up to about 50 miles an hour. So I had a chance to recognize a jet ski with no governor. That thing is very unsafe, very dangerous. You can top out at 70 miles an hour. And if you make one wrong turn, if you go flying, man, you're done.
You're skidding on the water like a skipping rock.
Exactly. You will be regretting it.
I feel like I want to see a compilation video of that on YouTube.
Oh my God,
I'm not even
too.
gonna lie.
Yeah, seriously. And I have not seen that once, but I would like to see that. Dude, I feel like if you crash into that water, you will be in some pain, But it's probably fun just flying off a jet ski in the air. You're just like, you're just hitting the water. Very scary, but, it'll be worth it.
I don't doubt it, bro. Adrenaline, right? We love adrenaline. I'm a big adrenaline guy.
Yes, same here.
You've been seeing my stories on Instagram. The people have known that I've been shredding it on the mountain lately.
Yes, that's right.
Shredding it on a mountain lately. And little sidebar here, man.
Yeah.
I had a horrific experience this past Monday, bro.
Why? What happened?
Was bad, dude.
Was it the cold?
No.
What happened?
So when you start to get decent at snowboarding, you start to try shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start to feel good. Let me try some stuff. Just Monday was a really bad day. It was one of my worst days. All jokes aside, man, I literally glitched off the map. Like my ping went up to it was 300 ping or whatever. And bro, I was on the trail at one point. The next minute, I'm not.
Dang, one of those.
Bro, sliding into, I ended up hitting a tree. My board hit the tree first. My head popped up. I smacked the tree with my helmet.
Oh my
I had
God.
no way to get down, or get back up. So I had to kind of just slide through the trees. Took my, board off and walked down, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
That hurt. And I was like, oh, that hurt. All right, well, we're going to keep going, right? So the night's getting progressively better. We're getting closer to that last run.
Nice.
And my third to last run, we were going down shredding, feeling great. There's a jump. I'm like, I'm going to hit this jump.
Let's go for it.
I'm like,
Why
you
not?
got to
Yeah.
try, right?
I hear you.
So I hit this jump and I landed.
Cool.
I landed
Okay.
and it's not the prettiest, but I touch ground and I come back up. Like,
We're good.
I'm good, right?
Good. Okay.
And I've been practicing this thing called towing. So I'm just trying to brake with my front toes while looking at the mountain.
Gotcha.
And I was doing that and my back edge caught.
Oh.
And oh man, dude.
Dang.
Straight back.
Yes.
No preparation.
Yes.
No, like I couldn't brace myself at all.
I hear boom.
Straight back. My helmet hit the ground first. My back landed
Oh.
next. My tailbone was fine. Bro, I've taken
Dang.
falls and I've gotten up. But that one
Was
was...
different.
If I didn't have a helmet on, bro, I would have had a concussion.
For sure.
And with that being said, helmets are cool.
Yes.
Everyone, welcome to the Middleman Podcast, episode 128.
That's right.
I am here with the man, the myth, the legend,
My God.
DJ Izy Izz, bro.
That's
Welcome to
right.
the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, brother, man.
You look great. I like this
Thank
shirt.
you.
Did you buy that on the island?
You know what? I did not buy this on the island. I bought this on the Fashion Nova website. And from getting the message saying I'm going to be dressing with my Hawaiian shirt today, I said, you know what? That's going to be my vibe too, you know? So thank you for inspiring me to wear this shirt, brother, man.
Hey, man, you know, we're here. We're
You know?
getting ready for the warm weather. You know, I'm
That's
sure
right.
everyone's almost ready for the warm
Oh,
weather
yeah.
coming around. So you got to
Oh, yeah.
dress the part, feel the part. You know,
That's
I'm in
right.
Miami. You're
That's
in
right.
Miami as well, man.
That's right. I love it. What a great vibe. What a great dress code. And perfect. Perfect for this. You know, like you said, you're feeling warm inside. I'm feeling warm inside. And everything we do requires us to kind of have that warmth in us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So-
A warm welcoming, if
Yes.
you would, you know, a warm
Yes.
welcoming. And to build off of that, I think back to our first interaction.
Mhm.
The first time I met you
Yeah.
was over here in the dead of winter, last winter, I believe.
Wow.
With Jay Show.
Yes.
Jay Show.
Oh my gosh.
A musician who has been here, not on the Middleman Podcast, but on what's the name of that podcast? I'm drawing New Faces. The New Faces podcast. They had him as a guest here.
Okay.
And you know, that same week, just happened to be shooting a music video right around the way.
Just like that.
DJ Q had hit me up. He
Yep.
said, "Yo, I'm in the town. Let me know."
Yeah.
And you're there. You
I
know,
was
you're
there.
there, and I met
That's
you,
right.
and you know, you were DJing, you were spinning, you know,
Yes.
for the music video.
Yes.
Talk to me about that experience. Talk to me about
Yes.
how that all came to fruition, man.
So you know what? That experience was very, very incredible. That was probably one of the greatest experiences I have done as a DJ.
Mhm.
That was one of those things where I woke up on, I think it was a Sunday or Saturday, and Q said, "Hey, listen, what are you doing today?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm chilling. What are you doing today?" He's like, "Yo, I have this guy, Jay Show, and then I have Fabio, who are looking for extras for a music video. Would you want to come and be a DJ in the background?" I said, "Are you kidding me? Let's make it happen."
Yeah.
So we got together. We took the drive down, and that was my first time meeting Jay Show. That was my first time being in a music video, and that was my first time doing DJ stuff for a video. So it just felt so surreal, you know. And it was awesome. It was a great time. I had a blast doing it. Jay Show was a hell of a guy, so genuine, so humble. Just being around Q, Fabio, and his guys, it was a great day, man. We sat up in front of a bodega.
Yeah, it was a
You know?
bodega. Yeah,
It was a bodega, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna work. This is awesome. I
Mhm.
love it. We made it happen. I brought my mixer. I brought my stand. Q gave me his jacket, the orange jacket.
Yeah.
And I just stood out in the background and just made it happen.
Look good,
you
bro.
know what
Look
I mean?
good.
Thank you, bro. So it was a great time, and I have it up on my Instagram just because I was so happy to be a part of that. You know what I mean? And ever since then, me and Jay Show have been connected since. And he reaches out to me here and there. I reach out to him here and there, and I have a brother for life now. You know?
That's good, man. He is a phenomenal spirit. That
Yes,
was a
he
great
is.
experience. I showed
That's
up
right.
right at the end of the music
You
video.
did. You did. But you
Um,
came through.
Yeah, just to chop it up with you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out Andy.
That's right.
Andy,
Oh man.
I want to say it's cinema. I could be wrong on that, but
Yep, it is.
Andy is off the
Different.
chain, bro.
Different.
He's different. Yeah, he is making some power moves.
Oh yeah.
Really like following him, seeing what he's doing. He produced a great music video that day.
That's right.
And I believe after that music video, we chatted, we talked, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I've been seeing you pop up, doing your scene, stuff like that. You know, would love to get you on a podcast one of these days. And
yeah.
That was a year ago, and here we are, man, doubling back
we are.
around, making it happen. So
That's right.
off
That's
that
right.
initial interaction, I knew that you were well-spirited, good energy
bro.
all the way
Thank you.
around,
Thank you.
smile on your face, and very grateful to be in any situation that you
Oh,
are.
yeah.
You say thank you a lot.
Yes.
Which isn't a
Yes.
problem. It's a great thing. It's a great thing.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. One thing that I want to say, I guess, top off that is my girlfriend says that to me. She's like, you say thank you 3 times sometimes. Like you just oversay thank you, and it's like you're like she's like she likes to mock me. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it, and it's like I say it because I really need the people to understand that like I really do appreciate things, and I really am thankful. I came from a family that is very loving, but it's also very listen like. If you want that, you got to go make the money. You got to make it happen. If you want to do this, you got to get it right. And you got to go make it happen. You got to go figure it out. You know what I mean? So I've came from a spot to where I appreciate feedback. I appreciate things that are done for me. I appreciate the small things, because, people don't have to give me comments. People don't have to give me remarks. People don't have to just do little things. So I need them to realize like I really do appreciate it. You know what I mean? Some people just say it to say it. Me, it's never that. I need them to feel it. So that's why I do say it a lot, so you're right.
That's
You're
good,
right.
bro. It's, you keep true to your core values.
Yes.
You'll never forget who you are at the end of the day, no matter
Right.
how grand you become, because, that's just who you are as a person. Very
Correct.
thankful, very grateful to be where you're at, because you had mentioned that you had come from a family that really appreciated every avenue that you've received. Where were you born? Where were you?
So I was born in Queens. And I lived in Queens for, I want to say, up to five years. I moved out of Queens when I was maybe 6 or 7 after my mom and dad had their 3rd kid. We moved out to PA. So I've been in PA since I was 6, 7 years old. So we're going on 20 plus years in Pennsylvania.
Nice. Yeah. It's kind of same story,
Okay.
Was born in Queens, Far Rockaway.
Wow.
And then moved to Pennsylvania.
That's crazy.
2nd grade, whatever age you are at that time. I think you're 8.
Yes. Yes. Same. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
And the Poconos is where I'm from. That's what I represent, brother.
Yeah,
So,
same here.
let's talk about DJing. Let's talk
Yep.
about, because that's what we're here to highlight. You
Yep.
are a phenomenal DJ. You're making a name for yourself out there.
you, bro.
You are partnered with QENT.
That's right.
Shout out DJ Q. He is
right.
1 episode away from being a Middleman Podcast Hall of Famer.
Love it.
So one day we'll get him back. But
That's right.
when did DJing start for you? Where did the inclination come from? And, did you ever see it becoming what it is now?
You know what? I never seen it becoming what it is now. I never have. But I will tell you this. I did used to have visions of rocking crowds, rocking shows. It's weird. I had those visions, but I never seen it come what it is today. Where it started was, long story short, I was, I want to say 14 years old, going back home to the Bronx where my family lived. At this point, my uncles and aunts were throwing house parties in their house, in my grandma's house.
You love a Hispanic house party.
You
bro.
love you can't listen. Oh my gosh. So in those days,
Go ahead.
what were you going to say?
I was going to ask you a question here. I mean,
Yeah.
thinking of the place where you're at, our parties always, for some reason, had a pig roasting at the end of the driveway.
Ooh.
What is one of those things that like kind of was solidified always at the party for you guys?
You know what? For us, not for me, but for them, it was a hookah. It was a hookah. At the end of the nights, so back then in New York, you would sit outside on the stoop and just look out over the street. That's how the nights would end. Everyone would go home, the uncles and aunts, the family, the cousins, whoever friends would stay over. We'd go outside and sit on the stoop, and they would smoke hookah. At this point, I'm 14, 13 years old.
Yeah.
I'm the kid in the corner, extremely nervous, extremely shy. All these people around me are 17, 18, 20 years old, and I'm just standing in the corner just watching. So my family would throw parties. They would play music, and I would be there. From that, I would go to PA, and I would kind of get that party mode, right? From there, I met a friend, Jeremy and Jarrell. They're brothers. Jarrell went to Penn State, right?
Okay.
He graduated a year after me. He went to Penn State. I went to IUP. I would go and visit him at Penn State, right? He started his own Hispanic fraternity in Penn State.
Fire.
So with that, it would be him and his own fraternity, me and my 3 buddies that were close with him. He said, you know what? Let's throw a party. I'm like, all right, let's throw a party. He's like, all right, so let's throw in. We'll get the booze. We'll get the music. We'll get the space. We'll have somebody work the door. We'll have somebody work the music, and we'll make it happen. So we would have his apartment, and we would also rent out other apartments and throw parties at Penn State. We're like, who's going to be on the music? I'll be on the music. You? Yeah, me. So here I am.
Yeah.
At this point, 16 years old. on an iPhone DJing for a packed crowd at Penn State. At this point, I'm behind a speaker. I'm behind a phone with an actual DJ mixer. There's an app called
No
DJ.
way,
Yeah,
really?
literally mixing and
Wow.
playing songs off a phone. I'm turning off the music. I'm the directing the crowd, telling people, listen, if you guys are not having fun, there's people that want to come in. Can you, do your thing? And then from there, I kind of just got the idea of wanting to play music. Fast forward 2-3 years. I was working as a valet at Aquatopia, saved up a bunch of money. I'm laying there in my bed one day, looking up at the ceiling. I said, I need to invest into something that's going to allow me to create a career, I said, you know what? What do you like to do? What's fun for you? I said, DJ, playing music, creating vibes. I said, you know what? Let's do that. The next day I went to the bank. I took some of the money I made from valet, put it in the bank. I bought a laptop. I bought a whole DJ set, speakers. It came in 2-3 days. I got it all in 2-3 days. I started mixing and watching YouTube videos and learning how to kind of DJ. From there, I would go to Philly Pub, and that's when I had a chance to hear and meet DJ Q.
Okay.
I went up to DJ Q one day.
Full circle. Here we go.
Full circle. Went up to Q. Hey, my name is so and so. I like what you do. I know who you are. You're playing great music. Nice to meet you. And yeah, I want to DJ. So if I can connect with you, just know I'll be happy to do that. He said, nice to meet you, brother man. We'll talk another time. Sounds good. Enjoy your set. I'll see you later. Come back 2 weeks later. I come back into the bar. Here he is again. Hey, Q, how are you? Good. How are you? Good. Thank you. All right. I go to the bar. I'm standing next to the bar to get a drink. And all of a sudden, I get a tap on my shoulder. I turn around and it's DJ Q. He's like, hey, put your number in my phone. All right. Here I go. Put my number in his phone. And from there, it was history. 2 weeks later, he said, hey, would you like to come with me to a wedding? Of course. I go with him to a wedding. And I help him DJ this wedding. And now from there, he's not only teaching me how to DJ, he's teaching me mechanics. He's teaching me cable setup. He's teaching me professionalism. He's teaching me how to deal with clients, how to set things up. And from there, it was history. We've been together ever since, so.
That's beautiful, man. Shout out DJ Q, the man, the myth, the legend. Definitely a great spirit. I'll be quite honest with you, man. I think you are a spitting image of DJ Q. It's a mini me type of deal.
I hear you.
But same energy, same light.
Yes, thank you.
What did you enjoy most about DJing from that first experience that really made you want to go ahead and take the risk on yourself and invest and do stuff like that? What is DJing? What's the fulfilling feeling for you when you're DJing?
So I think it goes back to how we first started this podcast, right? When you said something about internal warmth.
Okay.
I correlate internal warmth to vibrations. Energy, high energy. You know what I mean? I think having the chance to see, like I said, when I was young, seeing people dancing, having a great time, to getting older and being able to play at Penn State music for people, they're dancing and having a great time. You could feel the energy. You could see the energy in the room. I think that was a high for me. That was a high for me. You understand what I'm saying? So if you were to ask me what's my favorite part of DJing, it would be just seeing people actually enjoying themselves, enjoying the music, enjoying the environment that they're in. As a DJ, you can play music for people and you can tell when they're not having a good time. You can tell if maybe they're mentally not there. You can tell when they are having a good time, when they're actually feeling it. And I think the best is to see people within themselves and their friends dancing, having a blast, hands up in the air, so that was it for me. Just seeing the next person enjoying themselves, that was it for me. I'm a baseball player, right? So with that being said, I'm the baseball player that is always yelling and rooting on my team. I can be in a team of 15 guys. I'm guaranteed going to be the loudest guy on that bench because I just want the next person to feel good about himself and about the moment. So you take that into DJing and it's just a perfect mix. You know what I mean? It's just the energy. I just love the energy behind it.
That's what I was going to say. It's all about energy.
Yes.
You got to bring the energy. You got to be the energy.
Yes.
As a DJ, you really carry a heavy responsibility for trying to set the vibes and set the tone in the room.
Right.
So what are some of your tactics that you use to read the room, to prepare before you go in there? Because I'm sure there's things that you had to learn along the way, how to prepare, what type of music you're going to be spinning for this event. And I'm sure you learned some things the hard way. So.
Oh, yeah. Listen, as far as tactics that I would use to go into a gig, it would be kind of reading the crowd before I even play. For example, if it's a private event, I'm gauging at the crowd, seeing, what's the crowd like? Is it an older crowd? Is it a younger crowd? Ethnicity wise, what kind of crowd is it? A lot of times I would kind of listen to the newest Spotify playlists that are out to get newer songs that people are hearing. So I would grab new music, and then I would kind of take that new music and see if I can put it to that crowd that I'm going to play for. Right. As far as private events, I mean, not private events, nightlife events, it's similar. It's just, I have to gauge, I have to look at the crowd and see the crowd that's in front of me. Lately, I've been playing a lot of house music, a lot of Afro house, a lot of tech house, a lot of
stuff.
EDM. It's something I've never listened to growing up, never even thought I would like growing up. But now that I'm DJing, it's something that it's me. I love it, and it's because of the energy, and it's because of the crowd. I play for a lot of ESU students, and that's what they want to hear right now. They want to hear that kind of boom, boom. They want to feel it,
It's interesting. Have you been in the industry long enough that you've seen this shift in the music that the people want to hear?
I think I honestly want to say I have. I really want to say I have, and it's crazy. I was having this conversation with my girlfriend last night, because we went out to the bar after I was DJing to see my brother DJ Up Down. Shout out to him. He's taught me a lot. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. It's definitely shifted to the point where people aren't in places to really just hear music anymore. I think people want to go out and kind of dance a little bit. You know what I mean? I think the older crowd wouldn't mind going out to a bar or a club or wherever, drinking and just having background music. But the crowd our age, the crowd that wants to go out and actually be alive, they want to dance, man. They want to dance. They want to feel it. So it's I think we're at a time where not only the music genre has shifted, but the music energy has shifted. People actually care about what that DJ is playing. You know what I mean? So my guy Up Down yesterday, he shout out to Up Down. He's a big EDM guy. He likes playing EDM. He likes playing house. Yesterday, he got into his EDM and house bag. I was watching the crowd, and the crowd really wasn't feeling it. And he felt that too. He must have played after his third, fourth song. He's like, you know what? Let's go back to what they want to hear. So we started playing some dance hall, some reggae, and it was a whole different atmosphere. You could see the crowd just way more into it, dancing all over the place. And yeah, you could tell it's definitely different, man.
It's very cool being able to recognize that shift and having to make that shift on the fly right then and there. You guys are sweating, I'm sure.
Yes.
Like, oh shit, they stopped moving, guys.
Yes.
We got to get back on track here.
Literally that. When the pressure changes, the pressure automatically hits us. When you feel like you've played the last two songs and they weren't hits for the crowd, you feel that energy and you start to, like, I will start to sweat. And I'm like, all right, let me get into something else so they can get back into it, you know?
That's fun.
It's a roller coaster. As a DJ, you just want to keep climbing the roller coaster, keep climbing. And you'll feel when you just automatically just fall down. You know what I mean? And one big compliment I had, I did Music Fest. Shout out to...
I was going to get into that.
Yes, shout out to my brother Zelly Zell for having me with him as his DJ at Music Fest. At the end of the night, one compliment that I got that I never forgot, from two people I've never met a day in my life. They came up to me and said, listen, one thing I want to tell you is you were phenomenal in your set from the way you just kept going from one good song to another good song to another good song to another good song. The dude and the girl said a lot of times DJ will go from two good songs and just climb in tempo and climb in energy, and the third song will just completely just kind of just drop a little bit and lose it. You know what I mean? So to hear that, it was a huge compliment, and it was also a huge tip, you know, to make sure I keep doing that, you know. So
that roller coaster analogy, is that something that you guys use often?
You know what? I want to say not really. It's something that I kind of use often. But you know who kind of put me onto that? DJ Q. You know, he goes, listen, you don't want to go from fire track, and then you start the next song at the beginning, and now you have to kind of. It's like you're dancing, and then the next song comes on, and it's like, all right, next song comes, all right, what song is this? Okay, boom, and then you got, and then you got to bring yourself back up. When you do that as a DJ, you kind of take away from the crowd's energy. Remember, it's a roller coaster, right? You want to keep climbing. So if you're going from high tempo one song, the next song, you have to drop it at that next part to where you could keep going. You don't want to drop the song at the start of the song where there's no beat, there's no tempo. You want to drop that song where it's at its peak. You know, you want to go from peak to peak to peak to peak to peak. You want to keep the vibe, the energy going up. Once you go from peak to just down here, it's hard. You're gonna pull from not only yourself but from the crowd because now you're gonna tire them out. You know, so.
No, I've seen that. I've experienced that. There's a local dance bar over here that I used to hit hard like 3 years ago, like religiously, bro. It's disgusting.
I hear you. We've all been to those times.
Yeah,
you know?
man. But let me tell you, man, I've said it before and I'll say it again. 1:30 to 2 a.m. is white people hour, bro.
Yes.
That shit gets me so tight.
Yes.
Can we talk about this real quick?
Yes,
because it's like, dude, why are we don't stop believing?
Yes.
You know, dancing queen.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's the same songs,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
And that's my cue of like, all right, the roller coaster stopped. It's time to get
It's
off.
time to get out of here. Yeah. This guy's playing filler music. That's what we would call filler music.
Filler music.
Yes,
Yeah. No,
yes.
man. I've seen it happen many of times and I'm like, oh gosh. But at the same token, it's more so the crowd, they love it. Me, my ethnicity, the way I am. I'm not a big fan. Like I've heard it before, man. I've heard it too many times and it's the same 5 songs to close out the night, bro. The same 5 songs. But that's what it is, man. So DJ Q, let's go back a little bit. DJ Q took you to that wedding, right? He took you to that wedding. You're getting that experience, the clientele experience, things like that. At that point, had he ever mentioned to you QENT? Had he ever, was that even a thought for him? I know he had mentioned it, but I don't know if he even started it yet.
So that's a good question. I don't know. I think he had it in mind, but at that point he never mentioned it to me, and he didn't have the group put together. So he had Q Entertainment, but he didn't have the group. You know what's crazy is that wedding was actually for a DJ who is now a part of Q Entertainment, DJ Chenzo. Shout out to DJ Chenzo. So Chenzo had reached out to him, hey, Q, I'm having a wedding. Can you do my wedding? Blah, blah, blah. At this point, Chenzo was a DJ. So I didn't know Chenzo from a hole in the wall. I just went with him to that wedding. I met Chenzo that day. Fast forward, I want to say 2, maybe 3 weeks after that wedding, I was in a room with Chenzo, Q, and DJ Up Down. And he's like, listen, you guys are all in this room because I'm looking to put together a Q Entertainment group with you guys as my DJs. And he pretty much explained to us, you know, what's it about, his vision, what's it gonna take from us. And he asked us all individually, are you willing to do this? Like, are you all in? Can we do this? Can we make this happen? And we all looked at each other like, dude, we believe in you. We all like you. We all love you. Let's make it happen. You know? So from there, we actually all signed contracts to be underneath his wing. And when I say his wing, I mean to be underneath the Q Entertainment, to make everything official, you know? So now when we do get bookings, if it comes from an outside, it could come from somebody I don't know. I could either take it myself or I can take it to Q and have him handle it. I let him handle it because I'm not too good with pricing, you know.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
We all strive in our own field, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so pricing as far as DJing, I still had to learn it, you know, and that's with anything. You don't jump into a profession and automatically just go, yeah, I'm going to charge this guy $700 just because I just want to, you know. I had to learn pricing and why I want to charge them this for this. So I kind of let Q handle the pricing, and the packaging and stuff like that. And ever since, it's been, very helpful. You know, I have 4 questions to ask a client whenever they inquire. So yeah, ever since him bringing us in and started that, it's been up.
What was the vision that Q had laid out for you guys?
Here it is, and it's as simple as this. I want to have the #1 entertainment company in the Poconos. Once we tackle the Poconos, we can go over to Lehigh Valley. From there, we can go on to New Jersey, but we have to start here. Why? Because we're all here. Izy Izz, you're in East Stroudsburg. Up Down, you're in Stroudsburg. Chenzo, you're in Allentown, but we're still Pocono, you know?
Correct,
so he wanted to pretty much, if anybody wanted to do any private events, he wanted it to be through Q Entertainment. That was his plan. That's his vision. That's his goal. And it still is his goal to today, you know? When we're making it happen slowly by slowly, we actually just won Pocono's Best Choice Awards for entertainment, you know?
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, we won that. That was an amazing award. And yeah, you know, so we're getting there.
Yeah, no, I know that he's spoken about trying to win these awards in the past on the show. You know, it's something that he wanted to be recognized for. You know, he's building one hell of a team. How many of you guys are there now?
So I think there's about 7 of us. To be exact, there's me, DJ Chenzo, DJ Updown, DJ Dabney, DJ Q. So we have 5 DJs, and then we have Fabio, which is a photographer. We have Rolly, another photographer. Mm-hmm. We have DSP, which is our photographer and videographer. And then we have 2 more. There's the one new girl. I forget her name. She's really sweet, really good at shooting. She just came along. And then we have his fiance as a decorator. So I want to say a total of 10 of us.
It's a great team, bro. That's a power squad.
Oh my gosh. We could all get together in the room, and it's like family. Mm-hmm. I love it. You know, it's one thing to have a team, but it's another thing to have a team that you can learn from each other. And there's no like animosity. There's no jealousy. There's no like, this guy's been in the game longer than me, so I have to like be underneath his butt. It's like I'm learning from them. They're learning from me. Man, these guys are awesome. I'm extremely grateful to be a part of it.
I think it's a phenomenal thing that DJ Q has started there. You know, you being a part of it, just to be a part of the original set of people to join. You know, that's monumental. That's huge. You know, are you the youngest in the team?
I was the youngest in the team. I am no longer the youngest on the team. DJ Dab, yes. We have our guy DJ Dabney. DJ Dabney, I believe, is 21, maybe 22. He works in the church. Him and Q, same thing. Same way I met Q, him and Q met the same way. I guess they just walked into each other, and he brought him along. And Dabney lucked out because there's many people in Q's DMs trying to be on Q Entertainment as far as DJs and photographers. I've seen it. People DM him. They want to work with him. People come to me. Hey, can you get in contact with Q to work with him? And he's like, listen, we have to strengthen what we have now. Mm-hmm. And then we'll go ahead and add along. So like you said, it feels good to be one of the main original guys, because in a couple years, we're going to have a lot more people, you know? Building
a ship, you know, having the original crew members and keeping it strong, you know? Then you add other people and make it work even better, man. No, I think you guys are doing a phenomenal thing. And I actually reached out to DJ Q before this show has happened.
Nice.
Just because I like to do this from time to time, is get feedback from, you know, people who have worked with the guest in particular. Okay, so I was like, Q, we got DJ Izy Izz coming to the pod. I'm like, what can you say about him? What is your take? What is your hot take? What are you looking for? Your water? I think it's over there, to be honest with you.
Is it? Okay.
Here, throw him his water. Throw him his water, please. All right, let's see. Just toss it. Let's see. She got it. Perfect. You. Good hands. Baseball player.
That's right.
Baseball player. But yeah, DJ Q. I asked him, what could you tell me about DJ Izy Izz, bro? He was like, dude, what I can tell you is that he is the energy. He's one of the nicest people that you've ever met.
I love it.
He's like, you have an ability to connect with a lot of people easily, you know? Yeah. He spoke highly about you. He spoke about, you know, just your energy and willful, like, essentially, bro, like we said earlier, he said you're just like him. Like, you can walk in a room and you're one of those people that you don't have to stand by and like make sure that they go mix and mingle.
Yeah.
He said you'll just go do it yourself.
Yes.
You know, you just go do it yourself. So DJ Q, that's his take on, you know, what he enjoys most about you is that you have the ability to not be shy and just go in there and, you know, with confidence, but not arrogant at all.
Not at all.
Always just trying to meet new people and meet new people and grow new connections, man.
Correct.
So that's phenomenal, man. You guys are doing great. So you're DJing now. You've been a part of QENT.
Yeah.
You said you were doing like, where were some of your first original gigs, steady gigs that you
were doing? Yeah.
Correct.
That got it all started. Good question. It was actually DJing for my younger brother who went to ESU. House parties for him at ESU. He was throwing, so my brother is the party thrower in East Stroudsburg. Not to toot his horn, but there is nobody in East Stroudsburg or ESU that's known for throwing very good, very well put together parties like my brother Elijah. He's been doing it since he was in high school. And then once he got to college, him not only being well known for being a good football player and then getting the commit to ESU just helped him just get even more people on his side. So he would throw parties almost once a week for months straight, and he would have me come in, seriously, in the basement of like lacrosse houses and the football houses, and I would come along. At this point, I'd have my mini mixer I just had invested in, and I would mix, and I was still learning, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I had, I was having fun with it, and just getting a chance to just, just get behind the board and get hours done. So that right there, thank you, brother, for allowing me to do that. But that right there was the start of actually mixing
Steady.
for a crowd,
Yeah.
steady mixing every week kind of thing, And then from there, I met Q, and I started getting into private events, and then I started getting into the bars, and yeah, man, that's where it started.
So I see you in a bar scene a lot, but if you
Yeah.
had to say, what are your preferred events? What are the
Yeah.
preferred things that you like to DJ for?
Good question. This answer is tricky. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the nightlife events, man. I like DJing in the bar scene.
You're young, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just not to say it's just a little more energetic. With the private event scene, it's a little slower. You're playing the songs a little longer.
Mhm.
You're playing kind of. You're always playing for them, but for private events, for if it's for a Sweet 16, you're not gonna play half of the songs that you're gonna play at a bar.
Mhm.
You're gonna play those songs. I like working with private events for the fact of just putting the dates together with the family. Working for the girl if I'm doing her Sweet 16, working for the couple if I'm doing their wedding. But I really enjoy the nightlife. I really enjoy fast mixing, yelling at the people in the crowd. Watching people dance.
Yeah. What's your go-to move when you're back there, bro? Come on, I know you got one.
I
and
do.
And if you don't know it, I know your girlfriend knows
Yes,
it.
she does. You ready? It goes 1, 2, 3. Put the hand up and you swing it.
Hey,
You swing it. Yeah, you
the
swing it.
tomahawk.
Yes, the tomahawk. Yes.
Oh.
That right there is my move, and every time I do it, I see other people do it with me, and it just
that's
brightens
wicked,
my.
bro.
Yeah, man. Honestly, people do it so much. I used to go like this, like
Yeah.
my hand would be closed, and now I see people do it like this with like a little trigger.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I like that. So now it's like this, and it's
That's
just
awesome.
a rhythm thing. I'll play the song. If the song can let me do it, I'll just do it, So yeah, that's my thing right there.
That's
I
amazing.
like
Is
it,
that
yeah.
is that what would you say that is how people know that you are in the zone?
Yes, yes.
You're in the
yes.
zone, you're
Seriously,
locked in.
I'll do this, and then sometimes for the people that know me, like DSP, my videographer, my girlfriend, Q, I'll hit my pocket. I'll look at them and I'll go like this. And when I do that, that means I'm in my pocket, I'm in my bag.
That's funny. Yeah.
I'm in my zone.
I like that.
You know what I
I like
mean?
that.
So me and Q have a thing where it's like when he's DJing and I'm with him, or if I'm DJing, he's with me. Like I'll see him kind of start to lose it a little bit, and I'll yell at him, "Hey, get back in your pocket, get back in your bag." And he'll look at me like, "All right, cool, I got you. You're right. Let me get back locked in."
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Get back in the pocket. So if you see me do this, I'm in my pocket. I'm feeling good. I'm in my bag. Not all the times are DJs in the mood. Sometimes they're playing songs, but they're not mentally locked in. But there are a lot of times when they get mentally locked in and they're feeling it and everything is going perfect.
It's exhausting. It's
Yeah.
exhausting. Let's say you're by yourself out in the scene
Yeah.
and you're not having a best mental day, but you need to lock in. How do you encourage yourself to lock in?
Oof. You want to know what you really want to know?
Yeah.
You know what? I do this almost every gig. First, I have to take a cold shower. That's a lot of times when I'm waking up before I even get ready. I have to take a hot shower and end it with a cold shower.
Mhm.
That wakes me up, right? Now, when I'm there at the private event or at the nightlife event, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll look in the mirror, and I'll yell at myself. You got this. Believe in yourself. Have fun. Be great. Be thankful, man. You're here for a reason, Every time I'll go and do that, and I'll go, let's go. And then I walk out, and I'm like, all right, here we go.
That's awesome. Man.
Swear I do that.
It's like a ritual.
Yes,
Everyone has a
yes.
ritual, as you saw
Yes.
before we got on the show. Mine was a deep breath, deep
Yeah.
breath ritual.
Yeah.
It's important to have those things,
Correct.
a way to get ready and get in that stride and get in that mentality.
Yes,
So
man.
real quick, I want to just tap into tea time. Let's get this tea time session out of the way, and then
Okay.
we'll continue on with the podcast. So welcome to Tea Time, not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona IC. We have 2 new questions that were submitted through Instagram. So thank you guys for putting in your questions. It's really cool.
Here we go.
Yep, here we go. Yes, sir. And when it's tea time, we ring the bell because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Ooh, that's good.
My good man,
That was very good.
in this pot here, questions, you're going to pick the question. Pass me the paper, please.
Alrighty, here we go.
Michael's question's been in here since we started this, and it hasn't been picked. And he's like, dude, why isn't mine being picked?
It's like stuck to the side.
My handwriting isn't the best, so I'll read it aloud.
Let's see if that's his question.
I think it is.
No way.
I think it is. All right, the question of the day, because this is not my handwriting. Would you rather lose your sense of taste or never be able to obtain any type of insurance? Is that you?
That's a good
What a question.
Oh my God.
Hold on, let's talk about like insurance here. Are we talking car insurance, health insurance, rental insurance?
Any insurance?
Insurance is important, buddy.
Yeah. So lose my taste or not have any insurance.
Wow, that
Dude,
sucks. That's actually a great question.
That
wow.
is. Honestly,
Wow.
I need my taste. Screw the insurance. I need my taste.
Yeah.
I went to Puerto Rico the other day and the taste buds went from here to here. I almost fell on my face with the taste buds. I need my taste, man. I'm all about the taste. Insurance, you know what?
Just don't get hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll go as low key as I can, but I need my taste buds, man. I need my taste buds. I'm all about the taste.
I mean, yeah, like, insurance is like, you do need it, but technically you don't.
Yeah.
Listen, as long as you don't get in trouble,
Yeah, don't
no
get in
accidents, you're good.
And I mean,
You
when it
know?
comes to health insurance, if you don't have insurance, they're still gonna help you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you're just gonna be in collections, but whatever.
Seriously.
Like,
You know what sucks? The only insurance besides car insurance that's extremely like mandatory these days are like renters insurance.
yeah.
When you're getting like an apartment or something like that, it's like you
Mhm.
need to get that. But besides that, it's like it's not as big as these taste buds, man. You know, I remember when COVID was around, people were eating and not tasting anything. I went through that one time.
Oh,
I
so
was
you
like,
experienced
this is
COVID?
weird. I want to say yes and no. Like I didn't get that official, like I have COVID, but I have been through a spot to where I was sick and I wasn't tasting a thing, you know? From there, I had to get my tonsils removed.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was in the hospital for 2 months straight, 3 times in 2 months. I had to stay there for 3 days apiece. And from there, it led to me having to have my tonsils removed. So I haven't got sick since then. So
Well, that's
if
good.
you decide to get your tonsils removed and they say you will not get sick, I think they might be, they might be onto something because I haven't got sick. So it's been working for me so far.
I have heard that before.
You've heard that too?
I've heard that
Good.
before. Yep. Thank
Good.
goodness I haven't had to do that.
Yeah, seriously.
I've been nice and keeping it cool.
Keep it.
I am a 7-time COVID veteran.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Bless you, dude.
I really am.
Man.
It was bad. The first time was horrific. The first time was terrible. The
Dang.
second time wasn't bad. The third time they were like, "You got it." I was like, "Fuck you." No, I don't.
Yeah, right. I
I was like,
right.
"I feel fine." Like,
right.
no, you got it. I'm like, bro, no way. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna tell me I got it because I knew I had it the first time.
exactly. And no,
Dang.
man, but that whole taste situation, bro. So you lost your taste. Could you recall the first thing that you remember tasting?
I don't.
I do. I remember.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
I went to Mission Barbecue in Wilkes-Barre.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's how
Mission-
you break it open.
Mission Barbecue in Wilkes-Barre got what is it? What's that? Brisket.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you got to get a brisket in
The
Mission Barbecue.
brisket, the sauce, and that was
Amazing.
the first thing I tasted again, and I was like, I
Yes.
think I almost cried.
Yeah, I bet.
Like it was
I bet.
amazing. It really was. So back to the question.
Yeah.
I am keeping my taste buds.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Listen, that is a good one. That's a different one. I gotta ask you: are you keeping your taste buds?
Hell yeah. I'm keeping
Hell
my
yeah,
taste.
yeah.
Michael doesn't have
yeah.
insurance now. Michael's out here just living life, raw dogging life.
He's
That's
good.
the way he does it, bro.
I love it. I love it.
And
He's
with that
good.
being said, everyone, thank you for tuning in for Tea Time. Not
That's
brought to you
right.
by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Cheers.
Right.
Wait,
Cheers, brother.
what's crazy though? That's still not the first one I put though. That's the one I wrote like 2 weeks ago.
But that
So-
wasn't your original question.
That's still not the first one I
Oh
wrote.
man. Oh,
That
man.
question, I remember when you were writing that question, bro. It legitimately took him the entire podcast
To think about it?
And I periodically would just look over at him, and he was deep in thought. He was like,
you're
just
like,
trying to
you're like,
figure it
bro,
out.
it's not that serious. Just think of something. He's like, no, I got to get something. And you know what? You were thinking because I was not expecting that question. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to ask my mom that. I think I'm gonna know the answer, but I'm gonna have to ask my mom that.
I had to top the if you were in a movie or if you were in a movie, like who would play you? You know what I mean? I had to
Yep.
top that one. That was a good one too.
One.
I was Michael Strahan, but just because of the gap.
Ooh.
Yeah, just because of the
You would. Yeah. He's
Only
legendary
reason.
for that gap. He is legendary for that gap. He's a good dude though. Amazing
Yes,
guy.
he definitely is. That mic
Yeah.
good? Because I see it's dropping on you a little bit.
It's fine.
If it's dropping, it's the other dial right behind.
one?
No,
This one here.
correct,
Oh, okay,
correct.
okay.
That one, just tighten it up a hair and you should be good.
Boom.
All right, perfect. So let's talk about some of the events that you've, well, I would say prestige events that you have
Yeah.
been a part of, had the honor of DJing.
Right.
You have a good catalog, like a really good
Thank you.
catalog
Thank
in
you.
the community.
Correct.
You know, in the
Yeah.
community, the private events don't, they get the word of mouth around through
Right.
the people in the town. But when you do things with an establishment,
Yes.
you really start to build a community, a sense of community that's behind you. And I
Correct.
know you've done East Stroudsburg University. It looks
Yes.
like you've done that 2 times, 2 big events there.
Yes, I've done 2 big events, but I've done I think 3 altogether. 2 big events. Yeah. Yep.
So that was that one of your first big major bookings with establishment like that?
Yes, I would say yes for sure. That was something to where when I got the call to do that, when Q talked about me doing that, it was like I don't know if I'm even ready for it. I was very nervous. But he's like, dude, you got to just go out and make it happen. If you've done this, you can do this. There's nothing. The only thing that changes is the people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did their homecoming. I did their welcome back to school. And this is with thousands of students, teachers, and it was amazing, man. It was amazing. DJ for those students was such a great time. They're so energetic. They're so fun. Their music taste is out of this world. And then when you go to DJ for ESU, you would think you have to play clean music. They don't care, man.
Come on.
Yeah, they're like
Come on.
the guy's like looking at me. He's like, dude, these are old students. You can play what you want. It's okay to play curses.
Did you show up with a clean version?
I always show up with a clean version. I'm that DJ where I don't want to play vulgar music,
I get
and
it.
people look at me and they're like, I just don't want that look. So I always tend to play, unless I'm in a bar, it's different. Even in the bar, I still play a lot of clean music, only because I have the clean version and not the regular version. You know what I mean? But yeah, every time I went to ESU, everything was clean, but they would come and request songs. I'm like, hey, I can't play that because I don't have it in a clean version, or so on and so forth. But I asked the guy the one day that booked me there, I'm like, hey, so all these people want all these songs that are not clean. He's like, you could play it. He's like, do you hear the music I played? I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you see all the music he's played is cursing and very vulgar music. He's like, dude, just play what you want. So from there, it was just a different turn of events.
How long were those sets?
2 hours. I think I did a 2-hour set and maybe a 3-hour set.
Cool.
Yep. They were I think we're all were outside. Yeah. All 3 gigs were outside. Yep.
What's the difference for you when you're outside as compared to inside?
Good question. Honestly, the quality of sound. When you're outside, you want to make sure you have good sound. You want to make sure they can hear it from all areas. When you're inside, you could go from 1 speaker, 2 speakers, they're gonna hear it because the sound bounces off the walls, right?
Yep.
When you're outside, there's nothing for it to bounce off to. I actually blew a speaker DJing for ESU when I was outside. Why? Because I'm trying to max out my volume to make sure everyone hears it. That's something I had to learn. DJing, not every time you don't have to have the loudest music. Something Q always told me was DJs think the louder the music, the better it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just because the music is louder doesn't mean it's more enjoyable. It's just too loud. So yeah, I actually blew a speaker DJing for ESU at their welcome back to campus. I didn't even notice I blew the speaker. Good thing my girlfriend was there with me. She's like, hey, yeah, your speaker is going like this.
Uh-huh.
I come around the speaker, I listen to it, and it's just bumping. I'm like, Long story short, I figured out it was blown. And from there, I realized like I can't keep limiting and maxing out my speakers. I have to, just
Learn the art,
learn the art, learn the
skills,
volumes, the
yeah.
trims, and just put it to where they could hear it. It doesn't have to be blasting, but I like people to feel the music. I don't want you to just hear the music. I want you to feel the music. So that's why I tend to kind of play music a little louder. But yeah, that's the difference.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, entirely. I mean, we're thinking about moving atmosphere outside year 3. So that's something that we're definitely going to have to take into consideration,
Yes,
because it's just projecting everywhere.
Yes,
So you got
correct.
to try to find a way to keep it all
Insight. Yeah.
That must be difficult. That must be difficult. One of the things that you had to learn.
Yes, but once you realize your equipment and what your equipment can do and things that can help you, you're good. Some simple things like tents above you can help because that kind of insulates you a little bit. But yeah, that's something to think about. Once you move outside, just remember that the volume is definitely going to change a little bit. Maybe the frequency of how we talk into the mic might change a little bit from the wind and stuff like that. So,
do you enjoy being an MC? Being up there and speaking in a mic from time to time.
You know what? I want to say now I do, but starting and when I coming up, it was something I had to learn. That was one of the things that and listening to how loud the music is were one of the two things that I struggled with. And Q helped me with that a lot. Picking up the mic and talking on the mic. I'm outgoing behind the booth, but when I'm on the booth and mixing, I tend to focus more on playing the music and a little less on talking and emceeing. But now, lately, the last year, I enjoy it, man. I pick up the mic and I just talk.
Do you have a question that you ask the crowd every now and then? A go-to question or anything?
I don't, but I have asked a question of how we feeling? How are we feeling? How we doing? How's everybody feeling?
Yep.
Just to kind of get
a gauge of the energy.
Yes.
The response.
Yes.
At that point, you're putting a big risk on yourself too by asking.
Correct.
If you don't ask, you don't get the answer. But if you ask, you're gonna get the answer.
Correct.
And if the answer is not what you expect, then it could be like, uh-oh.
Yes, exactly. And it could kind of start you off on the wrong foot or it can kind of start you off on the right foot. I like to ask that question. I ask it a little bit when I'm at the bars, but I ask it mostly when I'm at private events, How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? Are we ready for today? Are we happy? Are we excited? Yeah. All right, let's go. Energy is everything, man. Energy is everything. And if I don't get the energy from them, you can ask her. I would ask it again and say, wait. That wasn't how are we feeling, man?
Yeah.
Talk to me, guys. And then from there, it kind of, all right, here we go. And it wakes them up,
It's a great time being able to MC, do things like that, man. One of my call-tos when we were doing the Atmosphere Music Festival was, are you ready to go home? And, it was like, I asked him to say, fuck you. And, I was like, I'm sorry, are you ready to go home? Fuck you. All right, cool. I was like, that one kind of hurt a little bit. It sounds like you guys meant that one. But okay, cool. We're not going home. We're not going home.
Right.
So those ESU events, they basically contacted Q, and then Q thought you were the right man for the job.
Exactly that. Yeah, Q's like, listen, I've been doing ESU gigs for many years now. He's like, I want you to be the new face of ESU. He's like, it's your crowd, it's your age, you're the perfect age, and you're perfect for this crowd.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? I think this is for you. You go ahead and make it happen. And ever since, I'm like, I'm the guy.
How has the growth been? Has it been?
Man, it's been amazing. People, I can walk around, not just campus. I can walk around anywhere next to ESU, and I can I was in the car, and a group of girls drove past me in the car, and they recognized me. They're like, it was like they're trying to reach through the window to say hi to me and stuff like that. So people recognize me.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing, man. People know who I am. People know that I'm, what I do. People come out to the event just because they see that I'm on the flyer and I'm DJing. So it's been amazing, when I first went into DJing with ESU, I was just playing your generic, clean music that the 7-year-old and the 27-year-old can hear.
Gotcha.
Now I'm going in and I'm playing songs that the 22 to 25 to 20-year-olds want to hear, love to hear, and aren't expecting to hear, but when they do hear it, they like it.
Yeah, they're hyped. They're like, let's go. He's one of us.
Yes, exactly. So I had to find it. I had to figure out what they want, what they liked, and what do they want. And now I understand it. Yeah,
he's one of us.
Exactly, dude. And so it's made my job easier, and it's made their job easier too. So now when these guys book me, shout out to Fernando. He's one of the guys who run the corporations at ESU. Whenever we and him get together, it's we know it's going to be a great time.
So that's one of your prestigious events, in my opinion. You had the pleasure of doing 2 other monumental events. You had the pleasure of DJing up here at the Penguins, at the Wilkes-Barre Penguins.
Yes, that's right, at the Mohegan Arena.
Yes, the Mohegan Arena.
Yes,
and
man.
that was extremely cool, bro.
Man.
A hockey game? Come on.
Hockey game, dude. Amazing. The way I got that gig was through social media. The guy who directs and deals with their entertainment side as far as, music and, the little things that go on in the background. He reached out to me. He found me through social media. It's like, hey, I like what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Where are
Wicked.
you from? Where are you located? I'm
Awesome.
like, man, this is crazy. Next thing you know, he reached out to Q to get to me. Q was like, hey, I got this guy on the phone that wants to book you to DJ hockey for a hockey game. I'm like, what? Dude, I've
That's
never
awesome.
even... Before then, I had nothing to do with hockey. I've never seen hockey. I was never interested in hockey. Now, I love it, man. Hockey is amazing. Hockey is so fun, so energetic. Her brother plays hockey. So
Oh,
it's
he's
like,
a gangster for sure.
oh my gosh. Like, I'll be in her house and he's just coming upstairs with all his hockey gear. He's just going outside and just practicing hockey in the street. That's how much he's into it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, long story short, that gig is amazing. He brought me in. He allowed me to tour the arena. And he's like, listen, I want to book you for 10 games. So this month was the only month that I'm not DJing for them. But in February, I go back on the 7th and the 14th, 2 Fridays.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Yes,
bro.
man, it's amazing.
Once
man.
again, community, like
Yes.
established community.
Yes.
You know, that's just gonna broaden your horizons.
Oh
like
my
monumental.
gosh.
You have no idea.
Seriously,
Those things
bro.
are streamed on TV too.
They are.
You know, I'm
They
sure.
are.
Did they put you on the TV as the game
Yes,
was going?
yes, they do. They put me on the
Wicked.
TV. Fans come up and take pictures with me. It's just, like I feel like a celebrity, man. It's amazing, dude. They give me so much leeway, freeway. I could have DJ'd here, but I decided to DJ next to the crowd on the floor. They give me a theme. So the next theme I go into, it's actually a Black History Month theme.
Mhm.
So I pretty much take that theme. I go home, do my homework. I come back to that game, and I'm playing music of that theme.
That's tough.
You know, so I have a headset, and I have my headphones. With the headset, it's a comm.
Mhm.
So I'm talking and hearing the people that are way up in the booth. And for example, he'll go, Isaiah, you're gonna be playing when the next whistle comes on. All right, cool. So I make sure I'm ready. And when the whistle comes, I know it's my turn. Or he'll be like, Isaiah, you're gonna play in 30 minutes when so and so. Isaiah, watch out for this because it'll be your go. Isaiah, play this song, play it for a second, lower it. Isaiah, do it, you know what I mean? So I have to listen and I have to prepare, listen, prepare. So it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
It is a lot, but it's super cool, man. I like it. You know, it's one of those things where I have to be locked in. You know, a fan will come up to me and tapping already. A fan will come up to me, they're talking to me, asking for something. And at the same time, I'm being told to drop a song and I'm not dropping a song. And then I'm like, all right, I say bye to the fan. He's like, Isaiah. I'm like, oh my God, my bad. The guy was talking to me. Like, boom, I dropped the song, you know? So there's a lot going on,
Yeah.
you know? But it's such a
Sounds
good
it.
time, man. Yeah. Shout out to Jalen. Jalen's the guy who booked me. He's an amazing dude, an amazing guy. And I'm very grateful, very thankful to be DJing for, you know, a hockey team and a professional hockey team at that, you know?
I've never been to that arena. I got into hockey last year. It is phenomenal. It's so much fun.
It is, dude.
They really knock the piss out of each other.
They do. It's crazy.
They're a
Like-
different breed of athletes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like
Oh, yeah. They're tough.
just as tough as like rugby. It's
Yes.
horrific.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these
Oh,
hits
yeah.
that these people take.
Seriously.
But yeah, no, let me know when you're February 7th. You said any
Will
of those
do.
February dates. I'll
Yeah.
make a trip. I hear it's
Yeah.
inexpensive. It's not expensive at all.
No,
Like,
it's
just
not.
go and
Yeah, and I
have
can
a
even
good
get you a
time.
ticket, brother.
Bet.
Yeah,
We in
yeah,
there.
yeah. I
We
think I'm
are
booked all the way
in
up
there.
until April.
We
So
are
even if it's not in
vlogging.
February, I got you for the next 3-4 months.
we should
Yeah.
vlog that.
We should.
We should vlog
Yes,
that.
we should. Listen, I got
Coming
you.
soon.
Yes.
Watch.
Stay tuned. It's
Anyway,
coming.
So you had the pleasure of playing
Yeah.
at one of the most like music festival, one of the best music
Yes.
festivals within the area, one that's really
Man.
built its name, like Music Fest. All right, if you are within the Allentown, Bethlehem area, that's one of like the things that they look forward to every
year.
single year.
Right.
And so, just looking on social media, the real Zelly Zell,
Mm.
okay, Mr. Zelly Zell,
Mm-hmm.
you and him have a good relationship.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
so he asked you to be a DJ on his set for Music Fest.
Correct. Yes. So he was family before he was even family. He knew my family. He was in my house before I even knew him, you know? And then when I got a chance to meet him, my dad's like, you're just now meeting him? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, this guy's been in our house. This guy's family. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, wow. So, you know, me and Zelly Zell instantly clicked, built a relationship from then. Long story short, he was able to perform at Music Fest. And before we did Music Fest, he would come out to my nightlife events, and I had his songs. So I would say, you know what? Come out. And if you come out, come looking great. I'll play your song. You get on the mic, and you can play your song in front of all these people. So we've done that 2, maybe 3 times. From there, he said, you know what? I'm doing Music Fest. I gotta have you. You know, you already have my music. We already click. You're gonna be my DJ. I'm gonna give you a couple more songs that I'm gonna perform, and I'm gonna have you be my DJ. Not only are you gonna be playing my songs, but you're gonna have a 20-minute set to warm up the crowd.
Oh, sick.
Oh my God, it was amazing. So I'm like, dude, let's do it. You know, so I think I went from a 30-minute set to actually only having a 10-minute set. Excuse me. Unfortunately, that day we did Music Fest. It was a rainy day. So acts were pushed back. So we were supposed to start playing, I believe it was 10 o'clock. We didn't start playing until about 11 o'clock because there was an act that was going on. They didn't want us to play over that act. So long story short, I was only able to play 10 minutes, but I prepared that set for weeks and weeks. So it was one of the best sets I had. I was able to pull the crowd because, you know, Music Fest is full of hundreds of people.
Yeah, a lot.
Hundreds of people.
Yeah, Black Eyed Peas there, though.
Yeah, they had Black Eyed Blue.
Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
Big Time Rush.
Yes. This year, I think they're going to have Nelly.
Nelly. Okay.
I think Nelly. I could be wrong. But my job was to not only play his music, but to, you know, bring people in. People walking past, bring them in.
Yep.
You know, bring them in, let them come and stop. And I did just that. I played, you know, Show Me Love, a lot of songs people know, Danzon Kunduro, Calabria, very popular, very well-known, high up-tempo songs. And then from there, it was time for Zelly Zell to perform. You know, we practiced maybe 2-3 times before his performance, and he performed, and he made it happen, and it was a memory we will never forget, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man.
Thank
is
you.
One of the best music festivals that goes around in this area. They
Correct.
really enjoy that music festival. It's so diverse.
Yes.
You hear
Seriously.
all types of genres at that festival. So, and it's a 3-day event. Like,
it's a 3-day event. I thought it was a little longer.
Yeah, no, is it a whole week?
It's like a whole week, I
Jeez,
thought.
man. Yeah,
I could be wrong, but I know it's at least a 3-day event.
Correct.
Which is nuts, dude.
Which one day we'll get there too, man. That's exciting. But
yes,
you're doing phenomenal things, bro.
Thank
You've
you,
been on the move, on the tear, you know. As a person, as an individual, you love baseball.
Yeah, man.
You love baseball. You're about to be a father.
Yes, man.
Life is changing, man.
Yes.
What are you most excited about for the rest of this year?
You know what? My daughter coming along in May, you know, I tell people this all the time. There's not a single moment that I've had where it was like, you know, can I do this? There was not a single regret. It was, you know, it is what it is. It's happening. Here we go. I'm 26 years old. This is a good age. It wasn't expected. It wasn't on purpose to have this baby, but it's gonna happen. And I have an amazing girlfriend who's gonna be an amazing mom. So I'm like, listen, I'm all in. Let's make it happen. Let's do it. I can't wait to be a dad. And the fact that I'm gonna be a girl dad is gonna be fun, man. You know, like you know, I'm very loving, very outgoing. So besides DJing and baseball, I go home and sit on the couch and I watch YouTube of other DJs. You know what I mean? Just to learn. I was telling my girlfriend, it's not gonna be as much of that anymore. You know, there's gonna be a baby girl in here where it's gonna give me things to do. It's gonna be a little more fun, a little more interesting. So, my life is fun now, but I think it's gonna be a lot more fun and interesting when she's here. So that's really what I'm looking forward to, man. So, yeah,
it's gonna really, you know, develop you as a person as well.
Exactly.
You know,
bingo.
You're doing it, man.
Thank you, bro.
You're a great individual.
Thank
that
you,
little
man.
girl is extremely fortunate to have you as a father, you know, because it's very genuine. You have great morals. You keep true to yourself, and that's just going to pass on to the next generation. So
exactly, dude.
My man, bro,
Thank
it's
you.
been one hell of a time here on the Middleman Podcast. Can you
That's
believe
right.
it's been an hour?
No, I can't believe it's been an hour, man. I can't. That was a fast hour.
Yeah, man. Moving
it.
right through the show.
Let's do it.
Let's get ready to sign off the air here. But before we
Yeah.
get off the air, I like to leave my guest here with wow. Hold up. I like to leave the floor to my guests to say any words to the people watching at home, maybe some upcoming events that you want to highlight, you know, maybe some inspirational words, whatever you want, man. The floor is yours.
I just want to say not only to you, thank you for having me, man. An extreme blessing to be here. You are doing big things. You are doing great things, dude. You've been killing this game for a very long time. So shout out to you. You deserve your flowers, man. Seriously. So thank you. I also want to say thank you to the fans, my family, my friends, DJ Q, my supporters, people on Instagram, people that stop me at the end of the night that I don't know, but they know me, and just give me kind words, motivation, support. When I say it means a lot, man, it really means a lot, you know? It really does mean a lot. I'm my biggest critic. I'm sure we're all our biggest critics, right?
Mhm.
You know,
Yep.
so when you hear good feedback from somebody, it feels good. So when I get the good feedback from you guys, I really appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it, and it keeps me going. So thank you. As far as gigs coming up, I don't really have anything big coming up besides this new contract that I'm going to go ahead and sign soon with the Iron Pigs, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. So not only do I have
Wicked.
the hockey team,
Yeah.
this year I'll be DJing the whole season for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, which is a AAA baseball team and an amazing, beautiful big stadium. I DJ'd for them one time last year. I had the pleasure of doing that because my teammate actually works for them. So he actually hooked me up, got me in there. It took some time, but he made it happen. And long story short, I was contacted by the manager who books the DJs and talents and artists, and he said, "Listen, we want to bring you back for the full season.
Wow.
We're gonna book you ahead of time, so that way you're gonna know what games to be here." So I'm extremely excited for that. Baseball is my favorite thing, favorite sport. If I'm not DJing, I'm probably playing baseball in the summer. So I'm looking forward to that, man. So
Exciting, bro. Big
yes,
things,
seriously.
Really gonna see you propel this year, bro.
That's right.
Just on your own as well as with QENT.
Right.
You guys are a movement. You guys
Right.
bring the energy. You guys are always a
you.
great vibe, man. I appreciate you as a
Yes.
person.
Thank you.
You're
Likewise.
a wonderful individual, man, and he's the guy. He's the guy, guys. So make sure
Thank
you
you, brother.
guys, if you need a DJ,
guy.
DJ Izy Izz, talk to him. Let's get it done.
That's right.
So with
We'll make it
that being with that being said, thank you for tuning in for episode 128 of
That's
the
right.
Middleman Podcast. I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez, signing out. Peace.
Peace out.